I was just an ordinary, everyday person, trying to be middle class like I should, keeping up with the adverts and the pace with technology, trying to make sense of things I never understood, like the state of the nation, unemployment and inflation. It's the little things like life and death that I understand. So when she offered me security, I never asked the price we paid. I voted for the Barratt home upon the barren land. You think you're part of the family, but you're part of the furniture. And when they've had their money's worth, you're out on your ear. You can buy what you already own, or die for what you've never known. So where in the welfare state at home are you, upstairs or downstairs? I remember how me brother, he went self-employed and bankrupt, and we had to send me mother private for her hip. And I remember royal weddings and forget who got Range Rover down on Maggie's farm, let them eat chips, and I forget how much it costs to keep those Falklands penguins British, and those US bombs on Green and Common. They don't come cheap, while there's towns of steel and towns of coal kick their heels upon the dole. Great Captain phone tap, we're fast asleep. You think you're part of the family, but you're part of the furniture. And when they've had their money's worth, you're out on your ear. Already own, or die for what you've never known. So where in the welfare stately home are you, upstairs or downstairs? Then the company took over and they introduced new targets to increase their profit margin, saying times are hard. Well, you can get away with a Murdoch with a letter from your lawyers. So I started feeling anxiously for my union card, and what did I discover? I was just like all the others, though I never give a monkey's when the law was passed. But like the miners, GCHQ, the printers, teachers, me and you, there isn't any difference. We are the working class. Think you're part of the family, but you're part of the furniture. And when they've had their money's worth, you're out on your ear, so you can buy what you already own, or die for what you've never known. So where in the welfare stately home are you, upstairs or downstairs? You can shove it, you can stick it, and I'll see you on the picket. We'll be sharing what we need and doing what we can on a gyro wage or salary. These are my family, the working woman and the working man, on a gyro wage or salary. These are my family, the working woman and the working man, the working woman and the working man. I wrote that, that's a 30-year-old song that is. Which I wrote, I used to do it in benefits for what people. There's so many low points from the sun to choose from. It was better the choice really, but again, 30 years ago, I wrote a song about the sinking of the Herald of Free Enterprise, which seemed particularly appropriately named vessel, sadly. And then later I met people who were big involvement in the Justice of Hillsborough campaign. So they said, why don't you write a song about Hillsborough? So, one of the sun's finest moments. Brave boys, good soldiers of the Queen, spion cop and a thin red line. That's what being English means. Gone for good, our father's town. The great dog Labour scheme, the only thing they ain't knocked down. Our father's football team. But the officer looked over his left shoulder, a look as hard as any stone. We sing our hearts out in the pouring rain. You'll never walk they treat us worse than animals. At the terrace or the trough, cops all think we're criminals. And even the club shop rips you off. But have you stood on Anfield Dock for the working class ballet? Walking back through those moonlit streets, it's worth more than words can say. But the officer looked over his left shoulder, a look as hard as any stone. We sing our hearts out in the pouring rain. You'll never walk alone. So we live and die for our Saturdays. And when that Saturday came, no greater love than the push and shove at the gates of the Hills Brigade. It burst the heart, that sea of red, and every lad was ours. Burst the heart to count the dead, the petals and the flowers. But the officer looked over his left shoulder, a look as hard as any stone. We sing our hearts out in the pouring rain. You'll never walk alone. I was interested to hear about, we are at a time when there's reason to feel optimistic and we could be moving forward. And the last time I was here, Bob Crow said, I don't believe working class people get defeated. There's setbacks and then the class moves forward. And so this is a possibility of a moving forward time, but it is good to have a Labour Party that might actually listen to trade unions. But on the other hand, there are some places, not as lucky as we are in Sussex, heavens, here in Brighton with our lovely Labour Council. And there are going to be some councils who are actually making cuts that will impact upon people's lives. Not here, obviously not. No, not here. No, it's not a dispute going between the NUT and, well, there is actually. So I got asked to write a song, because my mates in the NUT, particularly those who work with most disadvantaged children, and those who support nursery children, which isn't really right. So said, could you write a song? Because they're being bullied as well. So I wrote this song, and then we said, no, don't do that one. It's a bit confrontational. So I wrote a nice one about how good the teachers are and how. But I'm not going to sing it. I'm going to sing this one instead. Fun friends here, aren't we? You could join in the chorus. It's really easy, right? And singing lifts the spirits. Only the defeated don't sing. And I don't imagine we're defeated here, are we? So what I want to ask you is the same question that we would ask the miners in '84 and also the Sun journalists in '86. Do you want to be reorganised? Do you want to be reorganised? No. No, thank you. Okay, it wasn't perfect, but it was more or less okay. We could have done with more resources, likewise better pay. Then this bloke comes from the council and surprise, surprise, he says, you're going to be reorganised. Well, we've consulted our consultants who charge consultants' fees for picking the next losers in the national lottery. The trick is not to pick on someone your own size. It's those who've got the least get most reorganised. But we don't want to be reorganised. Can't hear you. We don't want to be reorganised. Our kids, our families, our jobs, our lives. like being protected by the craze. Support for those who need it most just gets reorganised away. You better keep your mouth shut, otherwise you'll be first to be reorganised. Now, what's the point of voting for people who say, oh, we don't want to do it, but we'll do it anyway? Austerity, prosperity, who ate all the pies? It's high time the wealthy got reorganised, because we don't want to be reorganised. We don't want to be reorganised. Our kids, our families, our jobs, our lives. We don't want to be reorganised. Bit more assertive. We ain't gonna be reorganised. We ain't gonna be reorganised. Our kids, our families, our jobs, our lives. We ain't gonna be reorganised. Last time, we ain't gonna be reorganised. Whoa. Well, back to Mr. Murdoch. We're not sorry for the garbage, we're not sorry for the mess, for that travesty of freedom, the freedom of the press, for the cat and bar we printed, and the cat and bar you bought. We're just sorry we got caught. Rupert says, sorry we got caught. Rupert says, we're not sorry for the gossip and those nasty right-wing views, or the antics of some footballer fobbed off on you as news. With the morals of a checkbook, just add another nought. No, we're just sorry we got caught. Rupert says, sorry we got caught. Rupert says, we're not sorry for the jingo and the wars that we supported. We're not sorry we played bingo while the truth went unreported. With a total lack of big words that might cause a moment's thought. No, we're just sorry we got caught. Rupert says, sorry we got caught. Although we're not to blame. So here comes the sun on Sunday. No, of course it's not the same. No more sport and celebrities. We got celebrities and sport. And the Archbishop of fucking York. Rupert says, I'm just sorry we got caught. Rupert says, well, we'd like to say we're sorry, sorry that we lied, but actually we're sorry we got custard pie. And what a waste of money, all those governments we bought. Yeah, we're just sorry we got caught. Rupert says, it's all my son's fault. Rupert says, sorry we got caught. said it's her favourite, so never wasn't the song the person who books you wants. Well, it's up in the morning, get your boots on. You won't start waking up once the kettle's switched on. And it doesn't much matter which winner won. You go tweedledee, you get tweedledum-dum. And you and your tops, you can nap off back to Eton. Here's the score. Win, lose or draw, we're always unbeaten. Unbeaten. Well, it's a mug full of tea and 2 slices of bread. And there's hearts to be mended, mouths to be fed. With the hammer and the nails, with the needle and the thread. You can find your own elbow with an A to Z. And you and your tops, you can nap off back to Eton. Here's the score. Win, lose or draw, what are we? We're always unbeaten. That's just one word, you gotta go. Unbeaten. Give it a go, go on. Unbeaten. Yes. What's more? Unbeaten. Your old tea room and top hat and bunting and swamp. You're a quaint little tourist trap, long dead and gone. And you're more of the same old, won't change what's gone wrong. And over the motorway, slough carries on, blah, 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 blah. And you and your tops, you can nap off back to Eton. Here's the score. Win, lose or draw, we're always unbeaten. Unbeaten. So your team plays rubbish from time to time, and your leaders let you down time after time. But your team's your team and your class is your class. We're gonna kick those posh boys up the backside. And you and your tops, you can nap off back to Eton. Here's the score. Win, lose or draw, what are we? We're always unbeaten. 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 Unbeaten.
Thanks very much, Rob.
Pleasure. Thanks, Marcy.